How long have you been raising Criollo cattle?
We started with Criollos in 1998.
Did you start at all your ranches or just at one to begin with?
We started on our Mexican ranch in the Copper Canyon of Chihuahua because that's where there was like a majority of the Criollos.
What prompted you to start raising Criollo cattle?
You know what prompted me was we were Black Angus and bison producers, and I wanted when we moved down to Mexico, I wanted a cow that was more, as native as we could get, just more adapted to the landscape. And so that's when we got rid of the Angus and went to the Criollo.
Did you have to change how you sell and market your cattle?
Absolutely. They don't have any value in the sale barn like an Angus does. So we had to actually build a market. And that's why we ended up building Evergreen Ranching Livestock.
Has your day-to-day management of your ranches changed? If so, how?
Well, we've gotten more regenerative as we grow, in our number of farms and ranches that we acquire. We've we've done more regenerative agriculture just because I think it's better on the land. It's builds soil quicker. On big ranch landscapes, it's hard to do regenerative stuff, but I think it's a way to go.
Has the Criollo breed type helped with your regenerative agriculture work?
Well, I mean, any type would do it, but I think the Criollo does it pretty well, just because in a regenerative system, water's an issue, and the Criollo use a fraction of the water of a commercial breed.
Do the Criollo behave any differently than conventional beef breeds, and has that affected how you handle them?
Oh yeah, they're way different. I mean, they don't get sick. They don't have issues calving. There's just so many things about them. They're so much more beneficial than an Angus or a Hereford or a Charolais or any other breed.
Have you experienced any difficulties with their temperament, with moving them, etc.?
No, they're super chill. I mean, the Tarahumara Indians in Mexico use them to plow their fields, and that's one of the things that was really attractive about the Criollos.
Have you had any challenges in raising Criollo?
The only real challenge is developing the market. I had to develop the market, and I did. That was a challenge. It took time, it took money, but they have no value in a sale barn because it just doesn't fit the mold for a feedlot. Honestly.
Do you think the way that you've built your market is a process that another rancher could use as a model to do something similar?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're vertically integrated. We own the ranches, we own the cattle, we own the processing plant, and we have the market. And I think that's a good way to go.
What other benefits have you noticed raising Criollo?
Well, the cost of production is way less. It's about half what it is. Like I can raise a Criollo to processing for like $280 a head versus an English breed to weaning is like 600.
Does reduction in cost of production help offset any potential loss in the market?
Absolutely. Yeah. But where it really capitalizes is the fact that we have the market. But yeah, for sure.
Are there situations where you think it wouldn't make sense to raise Criollo?
They're pretty adaptable. I mean, I've raised them in the snow. I've raised them in the desert heat. They're all the way from the tip of South America to northern Canada. They're pretty adaptable animals. No, I mean, I think everybody should be raising them, honestly.
What kind of advice would you give to another rancher who's considering adopting Criollo on their ranch?
Oh, I don't think they should hesitate. I think they should, while the market's high, get rid of all your, get rid of all your cows and try to find yourself a herd of Criollos.
Do you have any advice for ranchers on finding a market for Criollo before they make changes to their herd?
Well, the nice thing about the Criollos is they cross really well. So you put a nice English breed bull on them, and you're going to get something that looks like an Angus or a whatever. So you got a market right there if you want to go into the feedlot, but then you can also finish on grass. So, I mean, it just depends on how entrepreneurial the ranchers are, or if they can aggregate with other producers in the area and have a local food hub. That'd be the way to go. Is start small, get just because you make so much more money taking your animal all the way to the end that I think it would be cost effective.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to share about Criollo?
No, they're great. I mean, I use every body part. I use the heads. I sell the heads. I sell the hides. I sell, everything except for 18 centimeters of the small intestine. We use the organs for pet treats and no, they're great animals. I love them.